Hey there guys, how's it going? It's Afraid Not, and wow, doesn't it feel like a year since I last spoke to you? I know that I was supposed to go to EGX over the weekend, and unfortunately one thing led to another and I just wasn't able to make it. I had a press pass and everything, and yeah, I'm really gutted about it. I know a lot of you have gone and had a wonderful time, and I'm just so gutted that I wasn't able to go, but one thing led to another, and as I say, I just wasn't able to go. But how are you guys anyway? I kind of missed you. It's been, what, a week now since I've uploaded a video, so yeah, I've missed all this. I haven't really been too active on YouTube. I know a lot of you will probably have gathered that, but I am starting to get back into it. It's only just been a really dodgy week, and I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you know, it's just been a bit of an up and down week. But yeah, here we go with today's video. We're going to be talking about the video games that are coming out in October. I know that if you guys have been keeping up with the channel, you know that I do a video at the end of every single month, or the beginning of the month, or whatever, and I talk about the events or things that are happening in the next month. And today we're going to be talking about October. Now, over the last couple of months, I've been looking at October as a bit of the nothing month. Now, that's not to say that there's nothing coming out, but there's nothing really that really stands out for me personally that's coming out this month. However, I've kind of just got to notice a game called Shadow of Mordor. Now, it's a Lord of the Rings game. Now, I believe it came out yesterday for the people in US, but it is coming out for us on the 3rd, which I believe is Friday. So it's coming out in the UK on Friday. Now, I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't know how to explain it, but it looks like a really good open world Lord of the Rings style Assassin's Creed Batman. It's just like a completely mashed up version of all them games, and just watch reviews on it. I watched Total Biscuit's review, I watched IGN's review, GameSpot's review. Just watch them. It really does explain it well, and it looks like a really interesting game, and I'm so tempted just to pick it up on Friday. There's a few games coming out on the 7th of this month, including Drive Club. Now, that's a big game that the Sony boys, when they announced the PlayStation 4, they was hyping up Drive Club quite well. I think it obviously is a driving game, it's a racing game, and I think it's got a lot of focus on the social aspect of it. So if you're going to pick it up, then I'd make sure that you've got a friend that's actually picking it up as well, because I think it's heavily focused on the social side of racing and things like that. And I think it's worth mentioning that it's exclusive to the PS4, so it's only for you PS4 guys. We've got Alien Isolation also coming out on the 7th. Now, that's a game that I don't really know a lot about. Again, it's not a game that I'd normally play. I do know that the last edition had really bad reviews. It just wasn't taken very well at all, and I don't think it's not highly anticipated to be that good again. So I mean, if it's something that you're interested in, if you're interested in the films and things like that, make sure you read a review, make sure you watch a review or whatever. I would definitely look into it before you purchase this game, because I know that the last game wasn't all that great. On the same day, we've got NBA 2K15. Now, NBA isn't a game that I've played in a very long time. I used to play a lot when I was a kid. I love basketball games. To be honest, I loved a lot of sports games, a lot of EA games, but things like NHL, I loved NHL, the fight scenes and things that you could get with that, but irrelevant really. But the NBA, I really loved NBA Street. I don't know if they still do them games, but that was always quite a fun game to play. But yeah, that's out on that day as well. Moving on to the 14th of October. Now, there is a lot of games coming out on this particular day, but I just want to talk about two in particular. The first one is Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Borderlands is a funny game. If you've never played it, it's a first-person shooter RPG type game. It's in like cartoony graphics, and it's very humorous. It's quite a funny game to play. I played quite a lot of Borderlands 1. I barely played Borderlands 2. I think I've got about 2 hours worth in my PC. I've actually still got it installed on my PC, so I probably will pick it up at some point later. But it's a game that I couldn't really get into fully. I don't know why. I just prefer online games, to be perfectly honest, I think. But it's not to say it's a bad game. I did enjoy my time with it. So if you, and I actually don't know anything about pre-sequel. I haven't really looked into it. I don't even know if that's a game that's set before the first one or after the second. I haven't got a clue. But unfortunately, if you've already upgraded, I don't think it's on the PS4 or the Xbox One, so that's quite unfortunate. The other game I want to talk about that's coming out on this day is Sleeping Dogs. Now, it's like it's called the Definitive Edition. It's going to be like a HD remake, even though the first version was actually in HD, I believe, and it's a game that I really enjoyed. I would recommend that to anyone who hasn't played Sleeping Dogs. So it's just been upgraded to PS4 and Xbox One and PC, I believe, even though it is on PC, and it's quite good on PC anyway. But yeah, no, it's a really good game. If you haven't played it and you've upgraded already, then definitely think about this one. Now, there is a lot more games coming out in October. There's not really a lot more that I really want to talk about. It's not really any games, as I say. I mean, the games that I've listed in this video is probably the kind of ones that I'm kind of interested in, but you know, not really. I'm not actually going to buy them. I might buy, as I say, Shadow of Mordor. That's the only thing I think I'm going to be buying in October. But I'll leave a list. Obviously in the description will be a link of all the games that are coming out in October. So if you do see something that I perhaps have missed, then obviously let me know in the comments. It'd be great to hear from you guys. Anyway, that's it from me. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a rating, and I'll speak to you guys next time. Take care.